The last stock we do in our A block today is about headline risk, at least today. It's Cleveland-Cliffs. It's down 5%, or at least it was the last time I checked. The odd man out, it would seem, in the U.S. Steel Nippon deal, it's a $6 stock. Let's see Cliffs, please. It's down 23%. In a month, it's down 35% year to date. I made a note, obviously, next to Jim owns Cliffs.
Yep.
Why? With many question marks next to it.
Yeah,
Other than not wanting to make the CEO mad at you for selling it,
no,
literally, why do you own this stock?
Well, basically because I think it's undervalued, and I think now there's a little bit of a theme on the desk. I'm not walking away from this, believe me, all right? But there's a theme on the desk.
I get the amount of social media posts regarding this name and you on a day like this. There are many, and we need some answers here.
This is not how I expected the stock to turn out. It's not how I expected the company story to turn out. You know, it's why you build a portfolio, because you can't have a bunch of Cleveland-Cliffs in it. They have a turnaround story in place. I think it's a credible turnaround story. It is, however, a turnaround. And what that means for me is I can't put new client money in it. I've put a little bit more of my own money in the recent weeks since the earnings announcement. They have what is, to me, a credible turnaround plan. I think the downturn on Friday and today on the back of the sort of ambiguous news about Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel, I think it's overdone. I think this is a stock that's now being looked at as if it's somehow going out of business, which I really don't see. I'm looking at the bond prices. I don't see any sign of distress in the bond prices. But the fact that that's the conversation that I'm having with myself is very uncomfortable. That's why I'm not putting new client money into it.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it so binary? It's either in business or going out of business. Maybe the stock and this company is just impaired for a while, like it looks good. Can you back the chart up again, please, like where we had it initially? When the stock was like north of 11, the turnaround story definitely has turned around and gone in the wrong direction. The market from last summer doesn't believe that this is a stock that's worth owning.
It doesn't believe. I mean, we can say as many negatives as we want about the share price performance and, frankly, the company performance, okay? However, I think that it is the wrong price at which to sell it. Now, you should say to me, and you probably want to say to me, well, how did you feel about it at $8, Jimmy? How did you feel about it at $10?
Honestly, I don't. I just want to know, from a stock that you've recommended numerous times, and some of our viewers undoubtedly bought the stock in, what was that, February? In February? Or even prior. You back it out further. As we said, you can look what the stock was higher than that. Bought it then on your recommendation and been riding it down, and you saying it shouldn't be down like this. It's undervalued. It's undervalued. It's undervalued.
So
well, now it's way undervalued.
Here's what I'm saying to them. I'm not going to take a temporary loss and turn it into a permanent loss, and that's the strongest thing I'm going to say. Okay. However, you have to have this in a portfolio, and I say this every time we have this discussion. This is not my only stock. It shouldn't be you, the viewers' only stock. Look at the other stocks that I disclose and talk about. It's in a portfolio. If I had all Cleveland-Cliffs, I wouldn't be in business. I'm in business. I've got a vibrant business because I have a portfolio. It's not just Cleveland-Cliffs.
Okay, good stuff.